Hey everyone, I'm Steven.
And I'm Idamir.
And this is our review of Game of Thrones Season 7, Episode 1, entitled
Dragonstone.
A. So,
first thing we should talk about is Dany and how she finally arrived to Dragonstone.
Finally, since Episode 1, Season 1, Episode 1, everyone has been anticipating her coming to King's Landing to take on the Lannisters, pretty much. And she finally made it. Wasted the last 10 minutes of our episode, which I thought we could have spent with someone better like Jon. But
that's true, but I feel like maybe it was too long for her to be there, but I think it gives the viewers more understanding of how she feels about being home.
I guess so. But I mean, now that she's finally in Westeros, what is she gonna do?
First thing is take out Cersei, because she has to.
That's true.
But also about the dragon glass, she needs to find out about that, because that's more important.
She pretty much doesn't know anything about dragon glass.
No.
That's only like Jon and Sam. They're the ones that pretty much know about it and know that they're important against the White Walkers, which that too, Dany doesn't even know that they're coming, so they need to get ready.
She needs to get hip to everything.
Prepare the realm.
Yeah. Second thing is Cersei. Cersei and Jaime. He doesn't look like he's feeling her. Not too much.
Right.
He's a little scared, I think, of what she could do or what she's gonna do.
That's true. Because as we all know, Jaime is called the Kingslayer because he killed King Aegon. Is it Aegon?
Yeah.
I think it was. Yeah. The Mad King. Or King Aerys. King Aerys, I think that was his
Yeah.
name. The Mad King. We don't know what we're talking about. King Aerys, the Mad King, he's the one that killed him because King Aerys wanted to blow up King's Landing with wildfire. And that's pretty much the same thing that Cersei did when she blew up the Sept of Baelor.
Yeah.
Killing Marjorie and everybody else that was there. So they're kind of beefing right now. Do you think Jaime will take out Cersei?
I think so. Especially he's kind of salty that she's not even thinking about Tommen.
That's true.
And it was her fault that he killed himself.
Yeah. That was hilarious. Marjorie's dead. Tommen just
falls over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Euron comes into play at King's Landing. Comes to see Cersei and proposes a marriage to her, which Jaime's not too happy about.
Right.
But she declines.
She does decline. And then Euron proposes to bring a gift. What could that gift be?
Well, we already know what we think it is.
Yeah? And what's that?
Ilaria.
Okay.
Definitely, I think so. Because they got beef.
Definitely. Ilaria Sand had a major role, or she was the cause of Cersei's daughter's death. Cersei's daughter's name was... I can't remember.
Oh my god.
But she was irrelevant anyway. No one cared about her.
Yeah, she was irrelevant.
Yeah, so Cersei's not happy about that. So that could probably be the gift. By Euron bringing Ilaria as the gift, Cersei might change her mind and probably take Euron as her mate or to become her side piece.
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't know if she would like necessarily being ruled by a king.
Definitely.
Especially how he is once they get married. If they do get married, he'll try to take control over everything.
That's true. And she already had enough with King Baratheon. He didn't really love her. He just slept around and just had her there. So she wants to rule. It's her time.
Yeah.
And she's not playing with nobody anymore.
Yeah, she's only using him for his ships. And basically, that's basically it.
And supposedly he's the best
Captain, sea captain. Yeah.
Of the 14 Seas. So, and they're gonna have to go up against Yara and Theon. And Yara and Theon.
That should be interesting.
Yeah, they might not be in good shape against him.
I don't know though. Like Yara, she's top notch.
Yeah, she is.
I don't know too much about Theon because
Theon's a softie now. He's not the Theon we used to know.
Okay, let's see. Bran making it to the wall.
Finally.
That's probably one of the most important parts of the episode.
Definitely.
Even though it wasn't that long, but he's gonna play a big role into what happens with Jon and what happens at Winterfell.
Definitely.
Period.
Definitely. And we all remember from, was it season 6 or season 5 when he got touched by the Night King?
Oh,
and
yeah.
after he got touched, the Night King was able to enter
Yeah.
into the tree where they all were. So maybe that touch, Bran might still have it, and because of that, maybe the Night King can pass into the wall, and we don't know. And if he's in there, everybody's gonna die.
Yeah.
Baba Morghulis.
How long will it take him to actually get to Winterfell? I'm hoping not long. I'm hoping that him and Mira just use the wall as a little stop just to get rested and then move on, because there's really no point in being there.
Yeah, we know that he's definitely going to get there because a part in the trailer we saw him at the weirwood tree, and I think that was in Winterfell. So we know he's going to get there.
Yeah,
so.
he was there. I think he was talking to Sansa, or was about to.
True.
But, Benjen. Talk about Benjen.
Oh, yeah. Is he going to come back? We all know that Jon had a good connection with Benjen when they were both night watchmen, I guess you could say. So will he come back? I think he'll definitely come back to help them against the White Walkers, but that might not be until season 7. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
I think he'll come back just to help out in that little scene where Jon is fighting with the Brotherhood. He'll probably come back and help then.
That's true.
But it's probably as far as he'll go.
Yeah.
So next we'll talk about the Hound and Beric and what's going on with them. What do you think's going on?
Pretty much. Well, we know from last season that the Hound is now traveling with Beric Dondarrion and the Red Priest that keeps bringing Beric back to life. So right now they stumbled upon the same home where the Hound and Arya, when they were both together, that the Hound killed that guy, and I'm guessing the daughter too.
Yeah.
And took their money and then dipped. So now they came back, and the Hound didn't even want to enter into the house. So he was acting kind of soft right there. But they eventually entered. What else happened?
So then they get into the house, and the Hound really doesn't believe, I don't think, fully into the God of Light or anything like that, or Lord of Light.
Yeah.
He doesn't really believe it, and then I don't know that guy's name.
I don't either. He's just like a Red Priest. Yeah.
Yeah, he's looking at the fire, and then he asks the Hound to come over and look into the flames, and then the Hound has like this euphoria moment. I think from that on, whatever he sees in the flames from now on, he's gonna be a little different.
Definitely. And we all know that the Hound is afraid of fire after his little meltdown on that side of his face. Yeah, but he actually came to the fire and looked, and the things that he saw, that was nothing he experienced before. So now I'm sure he respects the Lord of Light a bit more now, and he thinks it's more serious. So they're going to be heading north. And in the trailer, we saw that they go beyond the wall with Jon, and they're there fighting Whites or White Walkers or whoever.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah. Arya and Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to this so much. So she stumbles upon a group of Lannister soldiers, and they're actually really nice to her, which is kind of weird. But it's refreshing, I guess, for Game of Thrones, because that never happens. So they offer her something to eat and just start conversating with her.
Yeah. Usually whenever we see soldiers from whatever house they are, they're always acting nasty towards the characters, the main characters that show up. So this was a surprise, especially since they were Lannister soldiers. And we know that Arya was being cautious when she got there because she was checking out their weapons, seeing what they had, stuff like that. But they're actually cool. They offered her food. I personally wasn't looking forward to this Ed Sheeran show up or team up or cameo, whatever you want to call it. But I mean, he had a good voice. I mean, I was enjoying the song he was singing, so it was cool. Yeah.
And they were talking a little too much, maybe, for soldiers, because she got information that, what did they say? I know they said something.
Not really anything big, but pretty much one of the soldiers was saying that he was so interested to get a King's Landing to see certain things like the Dragon Pit, but he said that was in ruins, and he said the Sept of Baelor, that was in ruins too, and we know that Cersei blew that up, and then
she didn't know that.
Yeah, Yeah, that's true. And he couldn't even get in 1 mile close to the Red Keep and stuff like that. That's pretty much where the castle is. So
Yeah.
yeah, that pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, and it kind of ends with them just talking, but I think maybe in the next episode they're gonna keep conversating with her because it looks like they're comfortable with her. And right now she says that she's going to King's Landing, but maybe they say something to her that lets her know that Sansa and Jon, basically everybody's back at Winterfell, and makes her want to head back there.
That's true. Yeah, and also she kind of, you know, got them with a joke, or maybe not a joke.
Yeah.
When they asked her why is she going to King's Landing, and she goes to kill the queen, and they're all like,
okay.
right. And they start breaking out laughing because they don't believe that that's true. They think that she's just a jokester because she looks all young and soft, but people don't know that she's actually hardcore. And speaking of Arya being hardcore, let's talk about that opening.
That opening, I mean, if they could have did anything right in this episode, it was definitely that opening. At first, I thought it was a flashback of Frey talking to his people, but it ended up being Arya.
Right. Because we know that Arya took out Lord Frey after his feast and fed him his sons and then cut his throat just like how he had her mother's throat cut. So now she put on his face and now she was Lord Frey. And what did she do to the Freys?
Well, she poisoned them. That was actually really interesting because she really took on his persona really good.
Definitely.
Because up until I saw him toast and then him not drink the wine, up until then I was convinced that it was him.
I didn't even get those cues. I didn't even notice that he didn't sip it. I just saw them choking and I was like, oh, what's going on? So that's when I caught on. So I guess I was a bit slow. I admit.
But, I mean, that was really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
She had some bomb lines there too. She said, "Winter came for House Frey." I'm like,
yes.
Arya, let's
go.
go.
If you don't kill all the wolves, they will kill the sheep.
Right.
That one was good.
Right.
Let's see.
What's next?
Yeah. Sorry, we have notes. We're trying to see what's next.
We came prepared.
Jon, Sansa, and Littlefinger at Winterfell.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about them.
Yeah, so pretty much Jon gathered all of the great houses of the north to discuss what their plans will be. And he's letting them know that everyone needs to be fighting, not just men, women too.
And kids.
Yeah. From the age of 10 to 16, I believe that was the range that he was talking about. And while Jon was being the king and, you know, giving his good king speech, someone wanted to open their mouth.
And be shady and salty and sassy.
Right.
And, like, I love Sansa, but she needed to keep her mouth shut, honestly.
She needs to pipe down.
She needs to calm it down.
What she had to say during the feast was pretty much that they should take away the houses from the Karstarks and another house who fought with Ramsay against Jon and his fighting squad. But I didn't think that was right. But what she had to say after that, where she said that her father, Ned Stark, the beloved Ned Stark, and her brother Robb, they were noble, but they made mistakes. And that's why they don't have heads right now. Right. So that was smart. So Jon needs to take that from her. I think Jon needs to listen to her. But some things, he has to go his way.
Yeah, he just needs to take what she says into consideration. Definitely. Because she's thinking of a strategic standpoint, and he's thinking of more like with his heart, what's honorable, what's good to do. But sometimes the decisions that you make, they're not always fair.
Exactly. You know? But
they're what's best.
In the Game of Thrones, you win or you die. So, you know, you can't be noble here, man. You gotta do the right thing, man.
It's just not the way to do it.
Exactly.
Sansa, I feel she's a little cocky over the things that she's experienced. And so she feels like, also because she's a Stark and technically Jon isn't, she feels like she has the right to tell him what he needs to do or what he should do. But, I mean, his people are not going to see him as strong if she's questioning him in front of them.
That's true.
But then again, I think he does probably need to listen to some of the stuff she's saying.
The only thing I'm worried about is I don't want Sansa to do anything stupid where it just messes up the Starks and what they need to do. So I just hope she doesn't do anything stupid with Littlefinger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, like, she is smarter with strategic stuff, but also I think Cersei did kind of rub off on her in the aspect that, like, she kind of lets her revenge get the best of her, because the only reason that she wanted to take those houses away is because they were helping Ramsay, and obviously she hated him.
Yeah.
So I think she was kind of letting that cloud her judgment.
True.
In that aspect.
Yeah. So Sansa, get it together.
Yeah.
Don't mess with Jon.
Yeah, so Littlefinger and his little creepy self.
Mr. Shady.
Mr. Shady. I have no words for him, honestly. Because he keeps being so shady. Like, I think that he does care about Sansa, but maybe not in the intensity that it shows. He's probably putting on, like, a little bit of a facade just to get her to trust him, but she doesn't trust him. Not at all.
Only a fool would trust Littlefinger.
Yeah.
And she pretty much graduated from Cersei school and Littlefinger school, so she kind of has their skills. She kind of knows their strengths and weaknesses, so she could play it well.
And what's his game plan in the end?
Definitely.
His game plan, obviously, is to marry Sansa, become Lord of Winterfell, and then make his way to other kingdoms.
Right. I think he wants to sit on the Iron Throne, and he doesn't care if he stirs up chaos and still gets to the Iron Throne. He doesn't care.
Yeah, but I think Sansa's not that dumb.
Right.
She's using him for leverage. She's using the fact that she knows how he feels about her, so she can get what she wants done. But in the end, she doesn't care about Littlefinger.
Right. It's time for him to go bye-bye.
Yeah. I don't know if she'll betray Jon, but I do think there is going to be tension between them a lot throughout the season.
Yeah.
But in the end, because, like, to me it was so weird that she was questioning him when they were at their meeting, but then when they were talking together, she's like, oh, you're really good at ruling. It's like, get it together. Which one do you feel?
Right. Yeah, Kit Harington said in several interviews that Sansa's going to be an irritant this whole season. So hopefully she doesn't irritate me while I'm watching. So,
yeah. Okay, so Samwell at the Citadel. Let's talk about that montage real quick.
That was hilarious.
That was hilarious. Like, every 5 seconds he's gagging. That's hilarious. It kind of sucks, though, because he went there to learn and to read, and all he's doing is basically being a servant to all of the maesters there.
He had to clean a lot of poop. I don't know how he's doing that.
Yeah, so eventually he asks the head maester, I think he is, if he can get
Maester
into...
Marwyn.
Yeah.
Supposedly he's some huge book character, so let's see what he does in the show.
Yeah, he asked him if he could get into the little restricted section that they have that only maesters could go in of the library. I guess that's what it's called. Because he wants to get information about the dragon glass and all of that, so he can help Jon out, since that's what he was there to do. Oh. But doesn't he tell him no?
Yeah. He said that area is only for maesters, and Sam is not a maester yet, so he wasn't allowed. But, you know, Sam had to become Mr. Sneaky, Mr. Swiper, and he had to try to... He got in there, he swiped some keys, he got in there, and he got the books that he needed to learn about the Long Night. And as they were reading, they discovered some good things. Such as what?
He discovers that there's dragon glass in Dragonstone. And he decides that he's going to send a raven over to Jon to tell Jon. Which I'm sure that Jon is eventually going to make it to Dragonstone for that reason.
And Idamir's going to get what she's always wanted.
Yes!
A scene with Dany and Jon Snow.
Yes. I need this.
No.
I need this.
Nothing's happening there.
There's
no love.
Okay. How about Jorah at the Citadel?
He was looking a bit crusty when we saw him.
Yeah. A bit? He was looking real crusty.
Right. So Sam came and he was like taking trays or bowls that he needed to clean, and all of a sudden a hand reached out of nowhere, and we saw it all crusty with grayscale and everything. And Jorah was like, "Is she here yet?" And he was referring to Dany. Is Dany here? And obviously we know that she's here, but I guess other people don't know that she's landed yet.
Yeah.
So she's gonna show up, and I mean, Danny wanted Jorah to find a cure for grayscale, but he's just in that room. What is he doing? He's not finding no cure. I'm thinking that Sam might find a cure for Jorah.
Yeah,
but
that's
we'll
good.
see. What if Jorah is one of the people that end up dying?
He could be.
Yeah.
But I at least, like, I mean, I really don't care that he loves her, but I want to at least see them talk one more time.
Right, definitely.
So she knows, like, what's going on with him, and...
His death will be more powerful if Danny knows that he's about to die.
Yeah,
Or he's dying, stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. Alright, I think that was it for this season. I mean, this episode, sorry.
Yeah.
Next episode predictions. How about Nymeria?
Oh, yeah.
Saw that trailer for episode 2. It looked like Nymeria, and she's been missing for a while, ever since Arya sent her away. She's been missing.
All the way back in season 1.
Yeah.
Good old season 1.
I need Nymeria back.
For what? Why do you need Nymeria?
She's a dog, I love her. And she's Arya's dog, come on.
Sure. But I mean, if it is Nymeria, and if Nymeria does make a return, what is the point? As in, what
she's
will
probably
she
gonna
do?
help Arya start assassinating people, you know what I mean?
Arya's just gonna show up and a group of wolves are just gonna come and start killing people?
I mean, I don't know. Ghost is good with Jon.
Yeah, that's true.
She can become a help with her.
Sure.
Jon versus Littlefinger.
Oh, yeah.
Jon looked pissed.
Definitely.
He was definitely choking him out.
Mm-hmm. And we kind of saw that same scene in the trailers leading up to the season. My guess for this, I think I'm the mastermind, and I think I definitely know what's happening. So Littlefinger, I'm guessing that Bran comes and they all find out about who Jon's parents are, and we know that it's Rhaegar Targaryen and Lyanna Stark. Mm-hmm. So because of that, that's the reason why Jon ends up in the crypts of Winterfell to, see his mother, see the statue of his dead mother. And Littlefinger comes out of the shadows and threatens to tell the rest of the Northmen that Jon is not actually a Stark, but a Targaryen.
Yeah.
Also in the trailer for next episode, we see that one of the leaders of the Vale said that they cannot trust Targaryen. So if Jon is a Targaryen, maybe the North may not trust him. Therefore, Littlefinger threatens to tell the North that Jon's a Targaryen. Jon chokes Littlefinger, makes him know that you can't mess with Jon Snow, and we'll see what happens after. If I'm right, Game of Thrones hire me.
If he's right, 5 points. I think that's a really good prediction because I can't really think of anything else that Jon would be mad about other than Littlefinger creeping on Sansa. True. That's all I can think about. I mean, who wouldn't be mad about that? Okay. Will Dany become the Mad Queen?
Ooh.
That's interesting.
Definitely.
I think, honestly, if anybody's going to be called the Mad Queen, I would call Cersei the Mad Queen.
Yeah.
Because she's really, she's really vengeful.
Definitely.
But I think Dany has a better head on her shoulders, and, I mean, she does get angry. But I think she also has Tyrion. Tyrion is really good at strategy. And I think he'll talk her through those moments where she's letting the anger get the best of her.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll let her get there.
Well, Cersei definitely is the Mad Queen right now. But Dany has that Mad King blood in her veins. True. That might just pop off. She might just Hulk out and just start wrecking stuff. So we'll see. People have speculated that Dany coming to Westeros might not be a good thing, as we all think. She might not actually become the queen of the Seven Kingdoms, but we shall see.
I don't think she'll be on the throne at all, actually.
Wow.
But I don't think maybe anybody will. In the end, it's all about the White Walkers.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, what are the top deaths for the season? I definitely think number 1 is Littlefinger. He's done. He is gone. Definitely.
Who will kill him, though?
Well, Little Bird I might have got a little inkling of who's gonna do it, and I think it's gonna be Arya.
It could be Arya, but I'd say Sansa has more motive, maybe.
I think it'll be both of them. It's just because, Arya, she's good. she's an assassin. But Sansa, she doesn't really kill people like head on, like physically. She's more one of those girls that will like poison somebody, but she won't like actually fight them or whatever. So I think if Arya ends up in Winterfell, she'll end up talking to her and letting her know what's going on with her and Littlefinger and what happened with Ramsay and all of that. And Arya's gonna do what she does best.
We'll see. I also think someone who has a high chance of dying is Cersei. Because
I don't know if I agree with it, but
she doesn't agree, but everybody already knows that if I think it's happening, it's definitely happening.
I also think that Tormund, he's probably gonna die.
I love Tormund, and Tormund has a thing for Brienne, and I want to see,
We all want to see something happen there.
Right.
But Brienne is like giving him that look like, please.
Thought it was.
I
you ain't
don't
got no
want
chance.
Jon dying again.
I think it's stupid if it happens again.
That is
but
stupid.
If they give a good reason for it, and if he does die, obviously he's going to come back. Well, we actually don't know. It's Game of Thrones. But if he does end up coming back, he can't be the same Jon Snow. Because even this Jon Snow is different from Season 4, Season 3 Jon Snow. Yeah. He's a bit more hardcore. He's a bit more serious. He knows what they need to do. And if he does die in return, he's going to be even worse. Because, Beric, every time he comes back, he's less of a human. He's less of a man. He's not the same. So, yeah. I also think Jaime Lannister has a chance of dying.
Really?
Yeah.
I think a lot of the main characters will die in the end, but maybe Season 8. But this season, I'm not sure about Jaime.
We'll see. I mean, he had that battle scene. He was looking a bit,
true.
Messed up a little bit. And will he survive? I mean, unless he waves that white flag and says, I surrender. I don't know if Dany will give him mercy. We'll see.
True. This is true.
We'll see.
And then the end, the final death that we think is probably going to be Ilaria. She's like up there with Littlefinger. I think she's going to be dead.
Because we already speculated that Ilaria will be the gift that Euron delivers to Cersei. And if she is, why would Cersei spare Ilaria after Ilaria killed Cersei's daughter? So.
Yeah, there's no reason for her to spare her at all. Alright, so that was a good episode. I thought there could have been a little bit more just because it was the premiere. So if I was to give this episode a rating, I would probably give it a 7.
That's fair. I mean, I didn't really think there could have been a little bit more. And there could have if we cut out Dany's final 10 minutes and went back to Jon for some more good stuff. But I mean, I liked the episode. I enjoyed it. I felt like we saw the motivation for each main character, what they're going to be doing for the rest of the season. So I give it an 8. And since I give it an 8, that's what it is. Not no 7.
It's a 7.
But yeah, thanks for watching. Once again, I'm Steven.
And I'm Idamir.
Where can everybody find you?
Everybody can find me at original_gal on Instagram. I don't have a Twitter. I don't have a YouTube channel yet, but I'll be getting there.
Awesome. All you guys can find me on Stevie's Universe on YouTube, and you can also find me on Twitter at StevieJ1224. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a good day.
See you next week.
Yeah, for our next episode review, it's gonna be lit.
All right, see you guys later.
Thanks for watching.